Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Broadacres, the unrealistic game. Well, it's not really an unrealistic game, it's more of an unrealistic series in a game that a lot of people like to play realistically. That would be more accurate. Anyway, we were doing cotton last week, and I asked you all a question about the cotton last week. I'll tell you what, let's just start this one up, and we'll continue on and just finish this one little line up through here. I asked you a question last week. I said, did you want me to bale up the cotton windrow that's being left behind? We're getting a load of cotton from the harvester, as you would normally, but it's also leaving a cotton windrow behind. And I asked you if you wanted me to just leave the cotton windrow, just plough it all back in next time, bale it up with standard bales, or bale it up with a modded baler and set it to like 1,000,000 litres. I had 1,637 people answer that question. And of that 1,637 people, 47 want me to ignore it, 152 want me to use standard balers, and 1,438 people want me to use a modded baler and do this with 1,000,000 litre bales. Now, slight problem with this. I have spent hours trying to find a baler. I have not been able to find one. Somebody linked me the, is it the Go Wild baler mod? I don't know actually if I've got that one activated at the moment. It's just this one here. Somebody has altered this one slightly and they've added in cotton to it as well. I'm gonna take a look at that mod, see if I can find anything in there to give me a clue as to what they've done. But that one is stationary. You've got to take the material and you've got to tip it in. It doesn't like travel along the field and pick it up. And these other balers, now if I use a standard baler, it'll go along and it'll pick it up just fine. You get no issues whatsoever. However, if you use a modded baler, what it does is it goes up to it and it kind of lags the game out. I'm going to show you. I want to just show you this because it's really peculiar and I've been unable to find anything to get around it. I have tried disabling every single mod on this map and I actually physically drove from the shop down to this field with a standard tractor and one baler. One modded baler that I'd made some changes to, and all I'd done was change the bale capacity. That was the only thing that I've done to change it. So you got a standard baler. Let me just get a standard baler. We got this one right here, and then I'm also going to get a modded baler, and we're going to take a look at that one as well. So this is the one that I changed, and I've changed it to 1,000,000 litre capacity, and you'll see what I mean. I'm actually going to show you with a different modded baler, just so that you can sort of see that it's doing it with all of them. So we got that one there. They're all taking the same. It's basically the crop that is set to accept is windrow. So it should take anything that is left in a windrow, in theory, right? However, just because it works in theory doesn't mean it works in practice. So I'm going to show you this one with the standard round baler first, and you'll see that it works. It goes along just fine. It works absolutely perfectly, and I've got no problems with that one working whatsoever. All the mods that I've got going, it does it just fine. We get no issues, so I can drop that one into there like that, and just remove the map a minute. Right. I'll do it down the side so that we don't have bales in the way because we will eventually be moving up and down the field. I apologise for the appalling graphics that you're probably experiencing right now. The cotton is such a high contrast, the white and dark. The joys of modern technology mean that digital imaging can't cope with so many bits of data on the image. So if you've got real high contrast material like this cotton, you're going to get these horrible nasty compression artifacts, that blockiness that you're probably viewing right now. I even get it on my PC before I upload to YouTube, and YouTube diminishes the quality of the video. There is nothing I can do about this. I'm really sorry. So I'm not going to spend very long on cotton today. Unfortunately, there's not a lot that I can do about that. Right. Start this one up. It goes straight to cotton. It picks the cotton up without any problem whatsoever. See, I've got no issues. It's picking it up. It's turning it into a bale. And we got no issues. And as soon as it reaches full capacity like that, I can back it up and I can tip out a bale of cotton. And it actually comes out as a bale of cotton. There we go. We got a bale of cotton right there. That is perfect. You couldn't ask for more than that. So then we go back to the garage and we will go and find that little baler there and we will sell it. Bye-bye, baler. Right, now, if I take my rolling tractor and I go with a hop, skip, and a jump back to the shop over here. That was pretty close. No, I want to do that one. Right, so now we will get a modded baler. Now, in theory, there should be zero difference between this and a standard baler. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out what is causing this issue. There's a couple of things that I still haven't tried yet that I've literally just thought of. I've been altering different things in the XML files. I've been looking around for lines of code that other people have suggested that I use. I have tried all kinds of things, and I just can't get it to accept it. So this baler here, this is not the one that I've altered. This is just a standard baler that a lot of people have used. I've used this baler myself in another Let's Play, and it worked absolutely perfectly. So now I'll show you what it's doing. I don't want to go into this fast because it really does lag the game up. And there, look, you can see it's going in and it's accepting it, and it's changing what it's doing. See? And it's doing that. You do sometimes get this pause. So when you go into a crop and it's you got hay in your machine and you go into straw, you get that slight pause while it figures out what it is, and then it carries on. Well, this is doing it for every single little tiny bit of crop that it's trying to pick up, and it's lagging. I can't bale like this. I cannot do it like that. It's going to completely destroy the game. It's not going to work. It's doing this with every single modded baler. I've not yet been able to find one that it won't do this with. So we've got a problem. We do have a slight problem. Right, that is saying cotton windrow right there. That's something else I forgot to look at. I'll look at that back in the video just to see if that actually says cotton windrow in the standard baler. But we do have a baler. We do have a bale there that is wrapped up. That's what it's supposed to be like. They're supposed to come out like that with the yellow plastic wrap on them rather than netting. And then they're supposed to be fine. It's not supposed to be any issues. But it's not working like that, and I cannot for the life of me understand why. So I have done my absolute best. I have spent hours on this trying to get a mod ready for you so that you can have cotton windrow being baled up with 1 million litre bales like you all requested. In the comment section, the majority of people said they want the cotton windrow with 1 million litre bales. That's what they want. They don't want anything different. So let me just sell that one. Okay, and then hopefully I can sell that baler as well. There we go. That one's gone. Right. So a lot of people saying that that's what they wanted. They wanted the bales to be 1 million litre bales, all done with cotton, and then we can do like a whole load of cotton. And we get a whole load of cotton bales as well. I can't do that. I've been unable to get that to work. So my next solution to this problem is to just not do cotton this week. I'm not going to do any more harvesting because what I want to do is I want to get a few of those harvesters going, and I want to have tractors with balers on follow me going behind them so that they can gather up all the bales. And we'll put we got the auto unload type thing. I think follow me unloads the bales anyway. I'm not quite sure on that, but that's the idea, is I have several cotton harvesters working up and down the field, and I have tractors with balers trailing along behind them, baling everything up. As that's not actually going to work out, as I can't do that this week because you don't want standard bales, you want modded bales, I'm going to leave the cotton field alone. I'm not going to do any more harvesting on it. We've done 3 times around the edge, so we're ready to start doing the land work, and I will come back to that one later on in the series when I have managed to find a suitable baler. Okay, so you will get what you have asked for, you will get what you have paid for, just not yet. You're going to have to wait a bit. So our battle tractor with our fertilizer is doing a grand job down here on the potatoes. We've got this one here is now parked up. We've got a combine here that is going absolutely flat out. It's actually going a smidgen too fast, so we're going to have to just nudge that speed down just a little bit. And I'm on pounds and miles per hour and stuff at the moment, which I shouldn't be. So I'm going to change that over to appropriateness of kilometers and dollars, considering that we are in Australia. There we go. 74 kilometers an hour is probably a little bit fast for the combine. So that one is working just fine. This one is doing a grand job as well. Again, it's going a little bit too fast. So I'm just going to slow that down. We'll do 60k, I think. That'd be about right. So I'll bring that one down to 60k as well. Hopefully they're not going to miss too much now. And they'll carry on and do a little bit more harvest. And then when they're finished, that will be all of the harvesting done. We've got some... I do want to do some baling. And I could go and bale up this straw. I can do that. So we can sort of work on that. I'm not overly concerned about baling up straw at the moment, though. And we've got this field up here, which is almost done now. This is field 3, which I believe has got wheat in it. We'll just wait and have a look a second. The only thing that we've got left to do is we just want to wait for field 6 to finish being planted. When field 6 has been planted, I don't care about the crop over here, that's done. This is done, and the fertilizer is almost done on the potatoes. Once this is finished, then the plan is to fast forward time and we can start harvesting field 5. Those combines are nearly finished. Several people have said that you want to see me using the small Rostel Mash combine on field 5 for the corn, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use that combine for the corn, and then once we've done that, then we'll see about getting a different one altogether. So we've got half full on wheat and barley for the pigs, and we're about a third full for canola and sunflowers. We don't have any corn, which is why our productivity is way down, and we don't have potatoes yet either, but we're going to be working. That's what this great big field of crop is for, so we're working on that. That's in the works. And that also leads me to my weekly question. We have 5,112 pigs. We're getting a new pig every 3 minutes at the moment. Right, this tractor here, not really sure what to do with it. Let's take it over this way. I mean, really, I've finished with this tractor. I don't need it anymore because I've done the... Hang on, let me just go back through and we'll just check a minute. I want to go through growth. There we go. No, I don't. I want growth. I want soil composition. And take off the needs ploughing bit, just in case. Shouldn't make any difference. Right, so now that one will load. Yeah, so we got field 14 is being planted with the big bud. We'll go and check on that one in a little minute. I do need to do field 6 with the soybean, so I'll actually take this one down to field 6 and we'll start spreading fertilizer on that one. And field 5 is all fertilized and done. Field 1 is in the process, so we'll take this one over to field 6 and we can just start working on that one. F11, jump you over to there, right on the edge. Excellent. So yes, my original plan for pigs was to do 25,000 pigs. That's what I want. I want 25,000 pigs on this map, if at all possible. However, you may not want me to do 25,000 pigs just yet. We've got 5,000. Well, we've gone up by another 112 pigs because they keep breeding, and that's excellent. Why are you moving? You're doing this thing again, aren't you? Right, there we go. And that's too far over at the moment. Let me move that one over that way by like a width and a half. So yeah, the pigs. I've got 5,112. They are breeding, so they are producing extra pigs, and we're getting quite a few of them. However, I wanted to get more than that. I didn't want to stop at 5,000. My original target was going to be 25,000 pigs. Now, 25,000 is an awful lot, so what I was thinking was I would increase it by increments of 5,000 each time. So add in 5,000. Once we got a little bit of food in here ready for them so that they are at 100%, add in another 5,000 and keep going until we got 25,000 and then just let them do it themselves. I imagine it's going to be ticking up fairly quickly by the time we reach 25,000 pigs. I do at some point want to play around with sheep and cows on this map, and I know that several of you would like me to do that as well. It has been frequently requested. So, when do you want me to do it? Do you want me to stick with the pigs until I reach 25,000, or do you want me to just get them fed and so on with the 5,000 that we got right now, and then come back to them later on after I've done some stuff with cows and with sheep? I'm going to get some large quantities of both lots of animals. I'm just not quite sure how much I'm going to get. I'm not committing myself to any numbers in regards to sheep and pigs. Sheep and cows, rather. But I will be getting a lot. I just don't know how many at the moment. But pigs, I'm definitely aiming for 25,000 pigs. Just because I want to. And I think it will be fun. So, do you want me to stick with the pigs until we reach 25,000, or do you want me to, once we fed them, take a break from the pigs and move on to sheep and cows? It's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. Right, that one is turning. I'm going to let that one do at least another run. Probably do another couple of runs. We are almost finished planting the soybeans now, which means that as soon as the soybeans are done, that's pretty much it. We can then fast forward time and we can get started on some harvesting. And we don't need to worry about the carrots. They will grow completely. They will be completely ripe on this part, but the big bud will keep going. It will keep planting. It's not going to interrupt it. And we're going to ignore the field of carrots until they are all done, until it's completely ready to harvest. And let me just skip through our machinery here, and we go on to the other one here. But they're actually doing really well. I'm thinking that we're going to be changing this over in just a few minutes, actually. It's going to be done. Excellent. Right, when do we get... Oh, there it is. I just wanted to get them to go past each other so that I can see how much land we've got left to actually cover. I reckon another 2, maybe 3 passes each on this field, and planting will be finished. I don't then need to worry about planting for a little while. Yeah. Okay, we've got a much smaller strip now, and by the time they do another pass each, we're going to be pretty much done. So, I am thinking that I would like to do some... Let me just go to this one. I reckon field 18. We want to get something planted up there in field 18. It's a nice big field, and... Although, I tell you what, field 13, we already own that one, and that is also equally ginormous. So we could go down to that one, and we could start planting something in there. But what do we plant? That's the big question. We're doing carrots, and cotton is currently on hold. We will come back to cotton, but it's on hold. We got potatoes, we've got some cereals, and the second most requested crop that I had from the question that I asked you last week, forestry was quite low down on the list, but one that was fairly highly requested was the onions. So I'm thinking that we will go into field 13 with onions, although that is rather a lot of onions to plant. Then field 18 would be rather a lot of onions to plant as well. Ooh, I'm torn. I'm genuinely torn. I mean, field 6 here, this is huge. This is a massive, great big field. I think that we will. I think we will do it. We will go into field 13 and we will plant onions in field 13. So we're going to have to do like a couple of rounds around the outside. And then we can just leave them planting right the way through the field and plant the entire field with onions. And then we can come back to it later on and we can do a major harvest. You know, I'm going to have to think about that. I really am. Right, helper I is blocked by an object, so let's go to helper I, which is helper I. Oh, that's going to be, not him, it's going to be, these two are doing just fine. We just get rid of the big map there. This one, yeah. As I suspected, it's this one right here. So if I just back this one out round, I'm going to just tidy up the bottom end of the field here, and then... Have I missed a strip up the side of the field? I've got a horrible feeling. I did. I missed a strip up the side of the field. That is terrible. Right. There's not a lot that I can do about that now, so I will run this one along here and finish planting this entire field. Planting and spreading fertilizer on this entire field, and then when we're done, we can come back and we can fast forward time so that we can get ready to start our various harvests here on this map. The battle tractor has finished down the bottom. That job is done. I've removed one of the tractors from field 6 that was planting, so I'm going to move the battle tractor up here into this field, and this one can continue on doing some planting, some sowing as well. Let me just start it up again. And so we got fertilizer being spread by 2 tractors in this field, which means it's going to be finished any moment. Well, I say any moment. It's going to be finished very shortly. And the sowing is almost complete. So if I go there and start that one, he will continue on working on this side of the field. I got the other one working on the other side of the field. The combines are still going, although they are missing bits still, which is not ideal. I'm still going too fast for what I should be doing in this field, so I'm okay with that. You know, that is something that I can live with. I'm gonna cope with that. We'll ignore it. This one still going up through here. He will turn around very shortly. So yeah, I've got this one over here, and I've got it set to carrots at the moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and fill in some of the edge of the carrot field before I do very much else. Actually, that's on onions at the moment, so I want to set this to Triticale rye and oats and cotton and carrots. There we go. So yeah, I want to try and plant the carrots down the end of this field so that all of the edges are done with the carrots, because we had a bit of trouble getting them to do that before. The big bud didn't particularly like it. So if I set that one going up through there, that will plant carrots there. It won't actually fertilize this outside round. I'm actually okay with that. I don't mind that it's not going to fertilize it properly. What I want it to do is I want it to get the carrots planted on this very outside edge strip. And then we can start moving on to onions. Now, I am thinking that field 13 for a root crop might be a little bit ambitious. Maybe we should tone it down just a little bit until after we see what onions are like. There is root crop storage over near field 16 and 17. So if we buy field 15 and we plant that one with onions, we can then move the root crops out onto, because they've got that root crop storage over there. And we can sort of see what it's like. And if we like it, if we get on with it, then we can make it a whole lot bigger than it is right now. We just see if that one is going to turn, or if he's... Nope, he's going to get stuck. Of course he's going to get stuck. Oh, no, he might actually do it. He's going to perform the full turn. That is fantastic. Right, we'll let that one do that a minute, and then it can go back up the other way. And those other two... I'll tell you what, the other one is probably almost finished now. I want to go this way. Nope, not you. There it is. The very last strip coming down through. I'm also going to put this one into the big field and have this one helping do the carrots on the end of the field. And because that is something that I wanted to do. I've said that from the beginning. I do want to try and get those carrots done. We can let the fertilizer carry on in this field, and then once the fertilizer is finished in this field, we can then, that's it. We've done everything that we need to do before we want to start fast-forwarding time. All the fertilizing is done on the crops that we want to be grown. We've planted the soybeans because we want to get those in for the pigs as well. And that is complete. So let me just go onto here, and I'm going to teleport this one. I'm just going to put this one right down over to this end down here. And close you up. Unfold you. Well, I would, except that I'm on the wrong thing. There we go, unfold you. Right, so I want carrots on here. I don't want to be planting onions in this field. I want to be planting carrots. So I can bring that one up round, and I'll start this one running down this end of the field. And then we've got the long run. I'm actually not going to worry about the long run at the moment, because the big bud will do most of that. So there's not a lot on the long run that I actually need to do. There is one single pass over the other end that we want to do, and the big bud can't get right up against the fence in order to use the planter that it's got on it. So this one can go down through here. It should be okay. And then I've got those two going. Ignore the missing crop. So one's coming back down again. Actually perform the turn without any problems. I'm seriously impressed with that. I did not think that it would do that. And just check on the big bud itself. This one is towards the middle of the field. It's doing a one. I absolutely love the fact that this is still going. It's still chugging along. All of our episodes, we have... I mean, you look at the amount of work that we've actually done since we started this series. We're on episode 13 right now, and we've done an impressive amount of work. We've planted all of that field. We've planted field 1 down there with potatoes. We've harvested those 3 fields there. We've only spread fertilizer on that one, but we're harvesting those 2 up there as well. Field 6 has been completely planted now, and we're spreading fertilizer over it all as well. And the big bud is down there chugging along, and that's how much it's done. That tiny little strip right there is brilliant. I love the fact that that is all it's done. And we will eventually... Right, I think A has come to a halt down there. I'm going to go to this one and just help it get round the turn. Hopefully it'll be alright and it'll go back up again. Do okay. So yeah, I think that maybe field 15 would be a better bet. Right next to 16 and 17 on the side. Purely because if we use a slightly smaller field, we can then sort of see how... Right, it's going to do that turn okay, so I can leave that one going. I do just want to quickly go through and... Yep, that one's going okay as well. It's going to do one more pass and it will be done. So I want to go... Let me jump out of the tractor a minute. There we go. And if I make this bigger, then I can teleport myself over here. Right. We've got here, over there... is some storage. This is root crop storage that we've got over here. We've got various different storages here. We've got sugar beet there. We've got potatoes here, if they will come into focus. Can I get onto them? No, they don't want to come into focus. And we've got carrots here. Come on, carrots. Whoa, that is a big pile of carrots. If you go down below the ground, you can see there is some impressive looking heaps of stuff. There we go. So we've got onions and potatoes and carrots all stored down here. You just can't quite see the visual very well. So, oh, there we go. So, yeah, we've got these different ones here. What we need is just, we'll just kind of test and see how well these work. I don't know where the tip trigger is for these. Whether we've got the tip trigger out here and we could just sort of do a drive-by dump, or if the tip trigger is actually right inside, in which case you've got to back in. If we got to back in, we're going to have to use different kind of trailers to just a standard road train. We're not going to be able to do it if we don't use a standard road train. I don't really want to do that if I can help it. So we had something get stuck, did we? Oh no, something finished. Roll in carrots. Which one's finished with carrots? No, you haven't finished. We've got one more pass that we need you to do, and then you'll be finished. And, oh, we do have another little bit to do up there, but we're not going to worry about that today. Actually, I might set it going. Let me just put that one there and see what it does. Is it going to plant all the way down through there? Yes. Excellent. It's going to do that strip up through there, so that will be the last of those carrots. And, nope, wrong way. I want to flick through these here to this one. This one has stopped. I hope it doesn't do this too often. And I will spin round. I'm going to take it up from this end here. There we go. I'm going to go right about there. And go. Right, we're only going to have to do a couple of passes here, and then it's going to be done as well, so that I'll have the full end of the field done. Now, so I'm quite keen to get all of the end of the field done. This field is going to take longer than I thought to get it spread with fertilizer, so we'll have to sort of carry that on between now and next episode as well. The combines have almost finished, so they'll be ready to start working on the cornfield when we can expand the cornfield out. Maybe I should get a third fertilizer spreader going in here. That might speed things up a little bit more. Now, this one here has... Well, that one's actually finished, so if I just press H a minute, if I bring that one over, I can actually set this one doing... Well, I've got two little bits that I want to do. I want to do this bit right here. There, like that. But I also want to go and do the other piece. I've got that end of the field there, but I want to do the piece down there. So let me bring that one up and lift, and then I want to teleport this one over to that corner there. There we go. Oh, I forgot about that. I left the Seed Hawk here, didn't I? I was gonna try and use the Seed Hawk for some of this. I tell you what, we'll sell the Seed Hawk. We don't actually need that one today, so if I sell that one a minute, we can then use that one later on, some other time when we want to use it. Because I know that there are quite a few of you that would actually like to see me using some of the big machinery. Rather than just using all this small machinery all the time, you would actually like to see me using the big machinery. Actually, now that I think about it, why don't we do the onions with a Seed Hawk? We could get actually 2 or 3 Seed Hawks, and we could do it like that. That might actually be better, and I think you might actually prefer that, mightn't you? So let me bring... Actually, I want to bring this one over this way, just so that I can make sure that I've got the edge of the field correctly lined up. So if I just unfold it a minute... mainly because I don't want to go too far out from the edge here. I'm going to physically make a mark on the end of the line here, so that I don't do too much. I don't want to be going all the way across the field. That's just going to spoil it. So if I bring this one back here, like this, run it back down there, and I'll probably have to do a couple of passes of this, just so that it will come out and it will do the turn properly. So if we go there and put this out, that really is all I got time for today. I will be back tomorrow in order to do some more of this. And yes, I think I have just talked myself into using the Seed Hawk for you, because I know that there were quite a few people that wanted me to use these bigger machines. Although we used the Seed Hawk quite a bit in the last series, so maybe we'll get the Great Plains seeders, and we'll do something with the Great Plains ones, because we haven't really done a lot with those. And you can put the... I know they're smaller than the Seed Hawk ones, but they are good fun to use as well, so we might actually do it with those. We get the Great Plains seeders, and we'll do it like that. to plant field, and it's not the great big field below us, it's the other field. It's field 15. We're going to buy that one. I'm going to do that one. And if I come over here now, that should be enough distance that it will stop this tractor from turning when I don't want it to. So let me just put that one down there. Set it going up through here. So my question for this week, I am currently working on pigs. Most of what we've been doing is focusing towards pigs and getting the pigs the food that they need. And once we've done that, once we've completed getting the pigs all of the food that they need for the 5,000 that we've currently got, I was thinking of increasing the number of pigs and keep building that up until I reach 25,000 pigs. However, 25,000 pigs is an awful lot, and it could take us quite a while in order to get there and get all the food. So do you want me to take a break from the pigs and concentrate on cows and sheep for a little while, just until, you know, just to have a break from them, and go and do the cows and that for a little bit, and then come back to the pigs a little bit later on? Or do you want me to just stick with the pigs and keep going until we reach our full 25,000? My plan is to do it in blocks of 5,000. I get 5,000 pigs all comfortable and fed, and then I move on a little bit and I get another 5,000 and I get them all comfortable and fed as well, and so on and so forth, until we reach the 25,000 target. I probably at some point can try doing just basic pig food and get the pig food silo installed so that I can like grab a whole load of extra pig food and chuck in for them really quickly, which could speed it up a bit. But, you know, for the most part, I would actually like to try and grow the crops. I know that we are doing it very cheaty by doing it super fast and things like that, but I still think it would be fun to try and actually grow the crops for this. So, do you want me to concentrate on pigs until we reach 25,000 pigs, or do you want me to take a break from them after we've fed all the ones that we've got and move on to cows or sheep? It's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. We will continue on with this and the other end of the carrots in next episode, and then we are going to do what I just said. We're going to get, probably we'll put this tractor on it actually, we'll get the Ronin going on it. Ooh, no, we're going to go big. We're going to go big right the way across the board, and we're going to start planting some onions. That is our next task. We're going to plant onions, and we'll be using all kinds of big machinery to do it, because I know that there are a lot of you that want me to use some big machinery for some different jobs. So if you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.